Hi everybody, it's Richard here again and welcome to another video. Now this is a response to a video that Ross Goodall did last week where he listed his 10 favourite debut singles. Now I thought that was a fantastic idea and I thought, yep, I'm definitely going to do that. Now I'm going to put a link to Ross's video below, and I don't want to include any that Ross included himself. Although I will say, if I was being true to myself, 2 of them would definitely be in there. I'm not going to say what they were. All I'll say is number 7 and number 3 would also have been in my top 10. But as I say, I want them to be 10 completely different singles. So we'll race through these. I'm sure you should be able to guess what my number 1 is. And the other 9 are not really in any particular order, although I have put them in an order just for the video, and it's as close as I can get. So at number 10 I've got, from 1979, Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark, Electricity, their debut single. Really catchy. It's a real synth single, but it's so good, and those keyboards really hooky, and this is one that I'm sure goes down brilliantly live. Absolutely fantastic song, and it's from obviously their debut album. It didn't chart, unfortunately, and it should have, and I think I put this down as my second favourite OMD single whenever I did the singles ranking about 2 years ago, so that's my number 10. And number 9, another one that didn't chart, and also from 1979, and it's Kirsty MacColl's They Don't Know, which is an absolutely fantastic song. I will admit I still do prefer Tracy Ullman's version, so why is it not in the top 10? Well, it's because it was Tracy Ullman's second single, it wasn't her debut, but yeah, still great. And the Tracy Ullman version, where whenever you hear her singing Baby, it's Kirsty taken from this record. She couldn't reach the notes, so absolutely brilliant song. And Andrea Corr does a very good cover of it on her Lifelines album, so that's my number 9. And number 8, and I don't have the single for this, in fact there's a few I don't actually have the single, and it's Van Morrison's debut single from 1967, Brown Eyed Girl. Yeah, I never ever got fed up with this. I know it is slightly overplayed, but I still have never got fed up with it. It wasn't a hit in the UK until 2013, where it reached the high peaks of number 60, but I believe it was a top 10 hit in America at the time. Really catchy, and absolutely love it. So it gets my number 8. And number 7, I'm from 1977, and a number 44 hit, and it's the debut single by the Stranglers, Grip, or Get a Grip on Yourself. I think this races along brilliantly. Absolutely love it. It's from their Ratus Norvegicus album, and a fantastic B-side, and London Lady, which is also on that album. But the keyboard swirling of Dave Greenfield is magnificent. Absolutely love it, and it gets my number 7. At number 6, I don't have an album, and it's the Sex Pistols, and it's Anarchy in the UK, and this is the Flogging a Dead Horse album, which is like a greatest hits, and it is Flogging a Dead Horse. Yeah, Anarchy in the UK, released in 76, only got to number, I think it's 38. Could have been 33, but it was in the 30s anyway. But absolutely magnificent track, and the start really of punk rock as we know it, although New Rose by The Damned was released before it, and you can say the Ramones album as well was also released before it, but the 4 singles of the Nevermind the Bollocks album are all brilliant. Anarchy in the UK isn't actually my favourite of them, although I still really think it's fantastic. My favourite would be Pretty Vacant. So Anarchy in the UK gets my number 6. A number 5, and from 1977, and a number 40 hit, and it's In the City by The Jam. You know, Paul Weller is spitting the vocals out here. That descending riff is absolutely magnificent, and the Pistols nicked it for Holidays in the Sun. Yeah, about 2 minutes and 10 seconds of pure brilliance. Absolutely love this track, and a fantastic debut single for The Jam. I always love that sleeve as well, really cool. Okay, at number 4, and again I have to show another album, And this is a #1 hit in 1967, and it's Procol Harum's A Whiter Shade of Pale. I know this music is classical music, and I'm not actually quite sure who the composer was of the music, but I absolutely love this song, and I love their second single as well, Humbird. I don't know very much else apart from what's on this album. This is like a French double album, like type of greatest hits type thing, but yeah, Whiter Shade of Pale, absolutely magnificent and one of the best singles of the 60s. So that's my #4. At #3, the debut in 1973, and it didn't chart for Queen, and it's Keep Yourself Alive, the Brian May song from the first album. Brilliant track, they played it live quite a bit, and quite rightly so. Never got on any of the greatest hits LPs at all, which is a shame. Okay, it wasn't a hit, that's probably why, but still, it's so well known amongst the Queen fans. Absolutely magnificent track. And I also love the 1975 remake of it, which you got on the second disc of the Night at the Opera CD. Very similar, not quite the same, but there's a little bit of a difference there, but I love the both of them, and this gets my #3. #2, and I have to show an album, it's the Local Boys from 30 Miles Away, from 1978. It's the Undertones and Teenage Kicks, an absolutely brilliant track which John Peel has cited as his best favourite ever single, or something like that anyway. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. It didn't chart in 78, although it did get to #60 in 1983. But yeah, this here's a really good double album of the Undertones. It's actually done in the style of the Rolling Stones Aftermath album from 1966. But yeah, love Teenage Kicks, even prefer the follow-up, Get Over You, but Teenage Kicks absolutely brilliant, and a great wee video for it as well. So my #1 debut single, and it's really no surprise, because not only is it my favourite debut single, it's my favourite single by this artist, and it's my favourite single of all time. That's Kate Bush, Wuthering Heights, a #1 hit in 1978. Now the single version is slightly edited compared to the album version. A bit of the guitar solo at the end has been taken out, which is a shame, but still I love both of them as well. And I also love the 1986 new vocal. Was it 86 or was it 85? I think it was 86. The new vocal, which I think was brilliant as well. Absolutely fantastic song. And whenever I first heard this when I was about 12 years old, I'd never heard anything like this at all. I thought it was really weird on first listening, but my brother bought the single and we played it and we played it and we played it, and it's stuck, an absolutely brilliant track, and I don't think she's ever beaten it. She's come close but never beaten it. So Wuthering Heights is my #1 debut single. Okay, I enjoyed that. Check out Ross's channel. He's got a really good channel. He's been on the VC for ages, and he does a lot of really good reviews of albums. So as I say, I'll leave a link below. Okay, that's me for now. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to have another video quite soon. All the best now. Bye bye.